Floor manager.
Maybe what we do is just
Yeah.
put J Biggie on this quadrant right here, your IG handle on.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to The Bigger Picture. I'm your co host, Kayla.
And I'm your other co-host, Jaden. For those watching who are unfamiliar with the show, we spread awareness to other organizations and businesses that are presenting here on campus.
That includes programs, events, and anything else pertaining to these orgs and businesses. So, if you didn't know, the reason we didn't have an episode last week was because me and Jaden both went back to the city for fall break, which we hope you all enjoyed. Speaking of fall break, Jaden, how was yours?
It was good. It was good. So fall break, was really good. I feel like midterms coming back. It was a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. It was definitely a lot. Um, yeah, it was definitely a lot. I cannot complain. Um, yeah, so it's been a lot to do during midterms, during yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to do. I can't even. My mind just.
You
My
don't
mind
even
just
got
been,
words. I get
Yeah,
that.
I don't
I
got
get
words
that.
for it.
Well, my fall break was good. I didn't do too much. I just spent time with my family mostly. I went out with my little brother a few times. I went out with my mom. I went to go see my aunt. It was good. Like, I like hanging out with family. It brings you back. It keeps you grounded. It helps you remember why you do what you do, you know? You get what I'm saying? So,
No, I get what you're saying. So we have a lot of stuff coming up in this past next couple of days. So let's start by talking about the BSU Black Student Union 70s Dance Night. This Saturday, October 19th, the Black Student Union will be having their 70s Dance Night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in Lakeside Commons. The dance night will, of course, be 70s themed, so make sure to come dressed in your best disco outfits, and there will be music and refreshments included. What do you think of 70s fashion and music, Kayla?
Honestly, I'll keep it real with you. I'm not really too familiar with that era. Only thing I'm really familiar with is like the clothes. Like I know it's a very colorful era. I know the bell bottoms. I'm a big fan of bell bottom jeans. I can't even lie. Like I love a good flare. A couple artists from there, maybe like Stevie Wonder, Fleetwood Mac. I'm a little familiar with that. How about you?
I'm familiar with Bee Gees. Michael Jackson, had his first album late in the 70s. Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Wonder I'm also familiar with. Also Ray Charles, Marvin Gaye. Fashion, I'm not gonna lie, I cannot say that I like the fashion.
You don't like it?
It's too like color. I mean, I like color, I like vibrant, but it's just like I wouldn't dress like that. I wouldn't dress 70s like fashion. That's why I don't like it.
Nothing you would bring to present day 2024.
Nothing from the 70s I would bring to 2024.
Oh, my fault. All right.
Nothing.
Well, now on to the programs coming up this week. Tomorrow, October 18th at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., the Asian Student Association and SUNY Oswego Sustainability will be holding an event in making sugar art through traditional practices.
Also at 4 p.m. tomorrow, the African American Males Empowerment Network will be holding a program at MCC 231 to talk about a historical point in African American history, the United States Colored Troops.
And right after that program, right next door in MCC 225, Bold Black Beauties will be holding their program, A Journey in Progress, to reflect on midterms and talking about key tips to have a successful semester.
Then on Monday, October 21st, at MCC 225 at 7 p.m., the Latino Student Union in Fashion at Oswego will be having a collab program titled Our Culture Is Not Your Costume.
Speaking of FAO, they will be hosting their first fashion show of the year, the Met, the Sign of the Times, on Friday, November 8th in the Sheldon Ballroom. There is a black tie dress code, and the show will be from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Doors for the event will be opening at 6. They will also be holding tryouts for their NYC Classics from Mondays 7:30 to 8:30 and Thursdays 5:30 to 6:30, managed by Lisa and Talia. If you want more information, you can check out the Fashion at Oswego Instagram.
We also have not one, but 2 dinners coming up in the next few weeks. The Caribbean Student Association will be having their annual dinner on Saturday, October 26th in the Sheldon Ballroom. The dinner is titled Mystique of the Islands and are asking people to come dressed in black attire. Tickets are available in the box office for $10, and doors for the event will open at 6:30 p.m.
Then on Saturday, November 9th, the Latino Student Union will be holding their annual dinner in the Sheldon Ballroom. The theme of the dinner is Welcome to Spanish Harlem, and the dress code is streetwear. Tickets for the event are also sold in the box office for $12, and doors will also open at 6:30 p.m. So we're going to throw it to break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the bigger picture and our special guests.
See y'all after the break.
When you look at the number of disasters in the US,
You saw what I saw,
chances
right?
are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, I don't have much time. It's almost here. Listen closely, and whatever you do, don't panic.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Breeze. Who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of it.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia. And I'm Donna.
We start things off in the
have earned all SUNY icons. Oh, finally, got that old music back. Welcome live inside the El Rogan studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Well, guys, we are back with the bigger picture, and we got our guests, the Caribbean Student Association. We got the president, Jalen. We got the vice president, Janae. How y'all feeling?
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good. I wish I had a haircut, but I'm good.
That's cool. Jalen, this your second time being back on the show, bro.
I don't have a haircut this time still.
Honestly,
but you got the
it's not
hat.
the end of the world,
It's okay.
you know?
Got the Visma drip on. Shirt.
Yeah. I did a little something today.
Exactly. Janae, this your first time on the
Yeah.
show. How you feeling?
I'm all right, to be honest. I'm just okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
kind of nervous.
Tell us a little bit about yourselves, you know? Major, year, how's midterms going for y'all?
So I'm an accounting major. I'm a senior. I'm in the 5-year program. I start my master's next semester. Midterms, I don't really be having midterms, so I guess like that's a good thing for me. My class schedules are like not like everybody else's, you know, like I had my test like weeks ago and then I have some more coming up next week. So I'm not on the typical midterm schedule like everybody else. Yeah, so I'm kind of chilling this week, but next week is gonna be rough. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a marketing major. I don't got midterms actually. I'm mostly just project based, so it's like make sure I'm on top of my projects. I have a lot of projects right now. I literally have like 3 classes, so I'm doing group projects in separately. So I'm trying to navigate that. I'm just staying busy, to be honest. Staying busy and trying to stay like working.
Positive?
Yeah, positive. Yeah.
I feel you on that, bro. I feel you on that.
I hear that. So that brings us to our first question. So we know you have your annual dinner coming up. What was the inspiration behind the theme, Mystique of the Islands? Very interesting.
Yeah. So, okay. So it's kind of weird because everybody in the E-Word meeting, so we gave like the E-Word assignments to come up with like, you know, themes for the dinner. And everyone had like different ideas, but it was kind of similar to stuff we did before, like in the past. So we were kind of like, no. And then like, or one E-Word member, Arlette, which is the committee leader, she was like, how about we do like a masquerade theme? And at first I was kind of like I don't really see that like working, especially because it's like Caribbean Student Association. Like how does masquerade tie in? But like she got it to like, she got her ideas together, you know? And we were like, okay, like we can go with it. And then naming it was really hard because we didn't want people to think like masquerade, because then they would think what I thought, like how does that connect to CSA, you know? So we were like, okay, Mystique of the Island sounds a little bit like mysterious, but still like cute, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, that was a process, yeah.
Literally, yeah.
How was it like for both of y'all to plan an organization of dinner before the month of November?
It's a lot, honestly. I feel like for me it was like a big like learning point, like a high it's like learning curve to it to me, where it comes to like a lot of things that are involved, you know, like whereas you're dealing with catering, you're dealing with tickets for box office, just you're dealing with booking the space, you know, like there's a lot of like things that go into it. So it's not more so just like, hey, we're in this area, we're having food, come hang out with us. It's more so like a lot of background of like contracts and signing things, POs. It's a lot of stuff that went into like that whole building up process, and honestly, like a lot of things that like I learned just doing it. Like it was a lot.
Nice. Well, guys, we are in mid-semester now, and I already know y'all had a couple programs already. So let me just ask y'all, what's your favorite program y'all had so far?
Honestly, this might be biased because it's like the most recent one that I remember, but the Caribbean Spelling Bee one that we just had, I feel like that one was like very, very, very interactive. Like a lot of people came and they were like actually interacting with us. Like like sometimes people just come and they're just there for vibes, but people actually came and they were like spelling the words, they were having fun. So like I really liked how that program went, and it was really fun because I made the program and I didn't even know how to spell out those words. So it was just really fun. Yeah, that was probably my favorite one so far.
Nah, it'd be like that. Jalen, how you feel about it?
I wanted to say that one too, but now I want to switch it up now. So now I'm gonna say when we had our Caribbean playlist program, I think that was pretty cool because like it was really interactive, and I felt like a lot of people brought some good songs up, and I ain't gonna lie, I added like 4 or 5 of those songs to my playlist. So I feel like I got some good, use out of that program, and it was really fun.
Okay, you got some new music.
Yep.
That's good.
That is good, yeah. So what are 3 qualities you both learned about yourselves and being involved in your organization and the other people in your organization as well? You can think on it if you need to.
I need to think.
I would say learning people personality. I feel like a lot of times you're being like a working scenario or anything, and you're trying to like learn like who you're working with and stuff, but you don't really like. And I feel like in a presidency role, you're more so like you really got to know the person. You got to kind of understand them more, like how they think. So I feel like for me, it's like I'm a very compassionate person regularly, but it was like more so like how can I understand you, understand what you're going through, to understand like, hey, like I need you to do this. Like I know you're a student first, you have other priorities and other like responsibilities, but you're on CSA. I need you to get this done. So I feel like it was a big learning curve for that, and just like interacting with a board and like just like having like bondings and whatnot, because everybody has their personal life. Like I know I have classes, work, internships. So like I know like I do a lot of stuff on the side. So for me, it's like how can I still have this time where like, hey, like I understand you. So I think that's why for me.
Yeah, I would say you said 3 qualities. Okay.
We could come back to you.
I might not have 3 either, but I would say mine would kind of be similar to Jalen's, but different in a sense. I would say like I've definitely learned how to work with people with different personalities for me, because like I'm like a deadline-driven person. Like I get stuff done, like, and I've also learned to like not procrastinate.
You about your business.
Yeah, like I really get stuff done. Like I be on top of my stuff. So working with people who's not like, that's not their strong suit. So yeah, that's something I would say like that's probably one of my biggest like, yeah.
Valid. Do y'all have any goals y'all would like to achieve this school year for the CSA organization?
Yeah, I would just say we would like to like more outreach, like reach more students. I feel like a lot of students, especially like freshmen, sophomore, the juniors probably know a little bit, but I feel like a lot of students on campus, Caribbean descent or not, they just don't know about like a lot of orgs. They don't know about CSA. So I would just say like outreach in general for us. That's probably like our biggest goal.
Yeah. What are some ways y'all plan on achieving that?
So this is where it gets hard because we're used to like the old way. I would say I call it old because I feel like the kids coming in now, like, yeah, we're all Gen Z, but you guys know like there's a gap in Gen Z.
Cold.
Yeah, so like it's a little bit hard to reach out to that group of Gen Zers. So we're still trying to like figure out how exactly we're doing that. Okay. Like the school told us like they're using more like Laker Life now. Okay. So that's one way we tried. We just started trying that, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, Laker Life is definitely a good asset as me personally, like I just got involved with that website, the app. So I do get notifications on there as well. So it's like that's a good method right there. Have you thought about fundraising also?
Yeah. I feel like for fundraising, we kind of like a little bit think of more outside the box of like the regular like bake sales or selling food. An idea that I kind of brought this idea up, and we didn't really. We'll see how far it goes. Okay. But
it's just an idea right now.
Yeah. Okay. It's still in the working stages, but the idea was getting like Caribbean Student Association like merchandise that people can like have, so that you have something like a little bit more tangible instead of like the regular like bake sale goods. So I was kind of thinking of like a cup or like a mug or something where it's like it's a Caribbean like CSA mug, and like maybe you may not buy it for yourself, but you'll buy it for like your parents to say, hey, like this is for you, for a Christmas gift or like a Christmas ornament that has like CSA on it, but it's, it has like a map of like different islands of the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. So like that was kind of like my idea. So like we can like have something where like you're not just buying something like you could buy it for yourself, but you could also buy something for, like as a gift for like your parents. Say, hey, like let's have a Merry Christmas.
I like that.
And when we came up with that too, like it was an idea we were thinking to do for like alums.
Yeah.
But we were thinking to do it for the dinner, but we came up with this like 2 weeks ago. And if you know how much planning goes into stuff, like, yeah, that's why we are like, it's just an idea, because we really planned it for like alums.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
All right then, I like those ideas that y'all got going. We're gonna have a little commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk more to Jalen and Jernay.
See y'all when you get back.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, I don't have much time. It's almost here. Listen closely, and whatever you do, don't panic.
Welcome back from break, everyone. Now we have just a few more questions for y'all. So, what are y'all Caribbean backgrounds?
Okay. You want to go first?
All right. So I'm actually finding out a little bit more just as recently, like last week. So originally I knew my family was from Panama. That's kind of like that's where my grandfather was born, and then they came to America. But I just found out that my grandma's mom is Jamaican, and also my aunts from somehow my family are Guyanese. So I'm kind of like learning this whole like ancestry thing right now. I want to take an ancestry test because I want to find more about it. But for the most part, what I know is Panamanian come first, then a little bit of Jamaican, and now a little bit of Guyanese. So that's what I know.
That's interesting.
Word.
So with me, my dad's side is fully Jamaican. My mom's side is technically fully Jamaican too, but we got like a little bit of Panamanian too. Like mine, you know how like Jalen said Panamanian come first, Jamaican come second. Mine is like Jamaica first, then Panama second, because we're not that like connected to Panamanian culture.
Okay, but that's what's up though. Y'all the opposites. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I like that.
I like that for y'all.
What are y'all favorite Caribbean food dishes? It could be from each country too, because I've heard of like some of the food dishes from Panama, but I haven't heard too much. So if y'all can give me like a little bit from both of those, I want to hear.
Jalen, you already know I like food, so I'm listening closely on this one.
Dang, y'all put me on the spot.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I always forget the culture names because like in my family, like my family don't speak a lot of Spanish, and sometimes my grandma like only speaks Spanish to me, and y'all, my Spanish is not out there yet. So we going kind of I'm gonna describe it in more English sense for now.
Okay.
So it's more so like for me like, cause my grandma makes it really good. It's like a dish of like plantanos and like rice and peas. And she kind of like, she does a lot of like beef. So she does like a lot of like stewed beef or like, we'll say stewed beef now. Stewed beef. And like, she'll mix it with a lot of like greens and stuff as well. So, you know, it'll be like a healthy play of like, you just looking at like rice and peas, got the plantains on the side, got the stewed beef as well. Then you got like some salad with some like steamed cabbage, steamed vegetables and stuff. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. I don't know how to, I knew it in Spanish, but I don't want to say it right now because I don't, you know, but yeah.
Okay, so for me, I have a lot of favorite Jamaican dishes, but like I would say like my top ones. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all like 3 because I really can't choose. Like I was thinking about it. So I love stew peas. So with that, it's literally like red peas, like just like cooked out, and it has like meat in it. So it has like turkey neck, pigtail. Yeah, other meat. I can't think of what else right now.
You already that's good. That's good.
I love curry goat with rice and peas. Yeah, that's like gotta be up there too. And I like escabeche fish, which is just fried fish with like pickles on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like my top 3.
Okay, yes. I see that y'all both are on the stew side. I love a good stewed chicken with rice and peas. My mom is Trinidadian, so yeah, she throw down. She get down with the stewed chicken. I can't lie.
I can't relate on the stewed chicken, but you know, catch me on some fried or baked chicken.
American over here.
Barbecue chicken be good.
No, it's okay. It's okay to be American. It's okay to be American. Trust.
But so what is your favorite thing about CSA? If there's more than one thing, you can say that too. Yeah, don't gotta be just one.
Yeah. You want me to go first? Or you want me to go?
You can go first.
My favorite thing, I've been a part of CSA since my freshman year, and I'm a senior now, so that sounds like kind of old. But my favorite thing has always been the e-board. I feel like we're literally like a family. Like no matter what, like we come into the board, literally nobody knows anybody. And by the end of the year, like we know each other on a personal level. So that's literally always been my favorite thing. Yeah, and that's something we prioritize, like as current president and vice president.
Yeah, yeah, nah, I'm gonna agree on that. Like this, like the being connected with the e-board. I feel like just being connected with people, like in general, like whenever like you're working on something together, like sharing like a common goal, like a common mission. I feel like that's like really impactful. For me as well, I would say. It also the events. I feel like CSA events have just been like very like lively and like energetic, and you need that as a college student because like times like when you're doing classwork, going to class, going home, going to class, going home, it's like I'm bored. But when you have like those moments to come out to the event, like paint versus powder, you're throwing paint, music is loud, you're throwing powder, you know what I'm saying? Like you're having fun. Like I like those events. It's just that energy is high.
I like that.
Word.
Do y'all ever do like little potlucks for each other and bring different Caribbean dishes?
Yeah, we definitely did.
Yeah.
Was that our last bonding?
Kind of our last bonding.
I think that was the last one. We did that the last bonding.
It wasn't really Caribbean dishes. That was more like just having fun with it.
Yeah. But we do a lot of cooking. Almost every bonding, like, we're going to cook.
Okay. One thing about y'all going to have a meal.
Yeah.
You're going to have a meal there. Oh, man.
Like, there's always going to be food.
Yeah.
Food is essential. You need food there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what brings the people together.
It brings people together. Yo, food can make family. That's why it's F. Food, family. It fits well. That's what we're
Right.
So do y'all feel like there's like room for improvement, like based on how y'all run y'all org?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I feel like as like a business student for me, like I always look at things like, there's always room for improvement. And like, I look at it in the aspect of also like stirring down from like leadership down. So like, I kind of like look at it as like, all right, so what can president do more to help the organization, you know? And then what can vice president do more? What can secretary do more? So that's how I look at it. And for me, it's like, all right, how can I like help people on the board, on my e-board, and also help people that's like in the committee and stuff as well. Yeah. And right now I'm starting with the e-board and just like helping people like on like a personal level where it's like not CSA related. Like someone came to me and was like, they're having like a problem with homework and stuff, and they're like, hey, like my classes, like I'm overloaded with classes. And I was like, you have a paper to do? I was like, let me help you with the paper or something like that, you know? So starting like that, I feel like for me is like how I'm working at like, all right, wherever like our CSA weak points and stuff, like let's tackle it from like inside out.
Yeah, I would agree with that, pretty much, yeah.
I like that, you know? Helping each other out, real family dynamic, I like that.
Yeah.
As an organization should. You know?
Yeah.
Should be like that. So let me ask y'all real quick. Yeah, I can answer this quick, or y'all can take a minute answering this. What is y'all favorite Caribbean artist?
Vybz Kartel.
Vybz Kartel. She was quick with that one.
As we can see, he needs to take a minute. He needs to take some time. You know, it's okay.
Wait, what are your favorite Vybz Kartel songs?
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Songs?
Give me like top 3.
Okay. You know, Beg You All. Yeah. I like Color in This Life.
Okay.
You forgetting the names?
Low key. I'm definitely forgetting the names. But like, I also like, I just like all his songs. I'll tell you, Fever is not up there.
How was go? I thought you were
said
gonna say
Fever is not up there?
Fever is not. No.
Is it too played out?
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, I hear that.
And then also to me, like, it's been an old song. Like, this came out in like 2016, and I came to college, and people are like playing it in every single party. It's like, okay, like we got to stop. Like we need to stop. Yeah.
Oh, you got something you got to say, Jay?
Listen, I don't care how old it is, it's still a good song.
You used to listen to 2016 Drake, so.
Yeah, but you don't listen to it every day.
2016 Drake.
Like,
no, I don't listen to that every day. But 2016 songs, yes, I do. I do listen to that. Okay.
I just got tired of hearing Fever. Like, I could
I
tell
can
you,
hear
it's
that,
not
though.
on that
People were
list.
fevering it out.
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
it was fevered out.
I cannot.
Yeah.
But I can't think of another one right now.
So Jalen, what about you, real quick?
Bro, I got stuck. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like for me, like I like a lot of like older songs right now. So like I feel like for me, like listen to like Barris, Buju Banton. Yeah, we're gonna stay with those two for now.
Okay.
We're gonna stay with those two for now.
No, okay, we're gonna stick with that. All right. Kayla, you want to add anything? Want to add a favorite artist?
No,
like,
for real.
What's your favorite artist?
No, you know what? Like from the Caribbean side, the Trini side, I would say like Bungie, Olatunji. You know, those are some older ones though. I like that.
You don't like my show?
I like Marshall. I like Marshall,
okay.
but like I don't know. I feel like the new stuff hasn't been moving me. I'm more of an old Marshall. I can't even lie.
I'm more of an old soca person.
Yes,
like, I'm not really into the new
soca.
soca.
I'm not into the new soca at all. I can't
could
lie.
agree with that too.
So yeah.
See, this is where I'm gonna play that American card.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna play that American card, and I'm just gonna be like, listen. So I don't got a favorite Caribbean artist, but a favorite artist. Yeah, we gonna say J. Cole. We're gonna put J. Cole right there, Jermaine Cole. Okay.
He throwing in the American stuff.
Yup. With that being said, we are at the end of the show. So Janae, Jalen, thank you for being on. Is there anything you would like to share with the audience back home?
Back home.
Back home.
People watching.
We hope to see you guys at our annual dinner. And next week we have programs Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
And you could go on our Instagram for more information. And we just hope to see you guys. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have a lot of stuff. Oh.
Okay. With that,
Hey, just cut y'all up.
Schwimmer. No, leave you laying in a lazy river. I just caught me the Mercedes liver. The ring pop on my finger, 69 stinger. Me and you are not friends, David Schwimmer. No, leave you laying in a lazy river. I just caught me the Mercedes liver.
A night at the theater for SUNY Oswego's theater department, why their latest offering stands apart from the others. And students creating movies, other things I'm reading, plus a rush of new faces coming to Oswego this weekend, why they're coming and what Oswego has planned for them.
There's so many voices.
Buildings across campus will be holding different events, including movies, comedy shows, and nature walks. At least Ice Creek will be offering their It's gonna go great tonight because I can't read or
Usually it's freezing. At least last
Okay.
semester.
Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, a night at the theater for SUNY Oswego's theater department, why their latest offering stands apart from the others.
Is it Elisa? Wait.
Eliza.
Eliza?
Yes, Eliza.
Eliza Hopkins?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, good question. There's one more over here. Which number was that?
Eliza.
Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, a night at the theater for SUNY Oswego's theater department, why their latest offering stands apart from the others.
Start hooking it up.
Vote Oswego is getting voters ready for Election Day in a cinematic way. The Get Out the Vote Film Festival will be showing 10 films created by students about the importance of voting. Students are invited to watch the films and eat popcorn free of charge. The event is on Friday.
The amount of times I've done that, can't. It's alright.
Department, why their latest offering stands apart from the others.
See the
Plus, a rush of new faces coming.
There we go. But it's not hooked up to the ear. On Saturday, Campus Recreation is hosting their annual Great Pumpkin 5K run and walk for blessings in a backpack, with the men's and women's hockey teams also hosting 2 exhibition games later in the day. For more
Absolutely. I am talking for the mic check for Thursday Nightly News. I will be doing a story on the Laramie project that I recorded and watched last night from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m.
Good evening, Lakers. My name is David Pearson. I'm here with a preview of your Laker weather. First thing on the agenda tonight, we're going to talk about the colder end of the week we have with a cold front moving in.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of times.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, a night at the theater for SUNY Oswego's theater department, why their latest offering stands apart from the others.
And students creating movies to move voters to the polls on Election Day.
Plus, a rush of new faces coming to Oswego this weekend, why they're coming and what Oswego has planned for them.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Caitlin Wright.
And I'm Hazel Montalvo.
Family and Friends Weekend is in full swing here at SUNY Oswego with a long list of activities starting today and going through this Sunday. Buildings across campus will be holding different events, including movies, comedy shows, and nature walks. At Lee Hall, students can watch the film Flushed Away while chilling in the pool. At Marano Campus Center, the improv comedy troupe is hosting a show, and Rice Creek will be opening their hiking trails.
On Saturday, Campus Recreation is hosting their annual Great Pumpkin 5K run and walk for blessings in a backpack, with the men's and women's hockey teams also hosting 2 exhibition games later in the day. For more activities throughout the weekend, visit SUNY Oswego's website.
Visitors this weekend will also have a chance to stop by for a show, with the theater department's production of the Laramie Project running through the weekend.
WTOP reporter Eliza Hopkins stopped by the show's opening night to learn more. Eliza?
It's safe to say that both the audience and myself were moved by SUNY Oswego's rendition of the Laramie Project. The play consists of interviews of people from Laramie, Wyoming in the 1990s. At the time, a young gruesome murder of a young man who identified as part of the LGBTQIA+ community shook the small town. On Oswego's Waterman Theater stage, the actors wore many hats, some playing up to 5 roles. We caught up with some of the actors and the director of the show to get a better understanding on why people should come and experience the play.
Such a gorgeous show. It's so powerful, the message it has in it, the conversations that it starts. Such a profound and moving story that will just make anybody burst into tears, honestly.
It requires all of the directors and the designers and all of the actors to work at a caliber of creativity to help sort of fill the world of the play and to fill the experience.
If you haven't seen the show already, there's still time. The show is running in Waterman Theater until this Sunday, and you can get your tickets online at tickets.oswego.edu. That's all for me. Back to the desk.
Vote Oswego is getting voters ready for Election Day in a cinematic way. To Get Out, the Vote Film Festival will be showing 10 films created by students about the importance of voting. Students are invited to watch the films and eat popcorn free of charge. The event is on Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Marano Campus Center Auditorium.
SUNY Oswego is being recognized by Abound Colleges Awards with 2 awards based on the university's commitment to supporting students. Oswego was recognized under the Best Online Colleges, North 2024, and the Best Colleges for Adults 2024 awards. Oswego Dean of Extended Learning, Jill Pipin, said that high-quality faculty, excellent curriculum, and affordability as a SUNY school is what makes SUNY Oswego stand out. Besides online and on-campus classes, there is also evening and part-time degree programs, as well as the Syracuse branch.
Students trying to turn their assignments in this morning had a little trouble thanks to some technical issues on the school's online learning platform, Brightspace. SUNY Oswego's Brightspace page became unavailable to students at around 10:15 this morning. SUNY administration reported the issue had been resolved today at 11:22 a.m. Anyone still unable to access Brightspace is advised to contact CTS. Temperatures are finally getting down to that Oswego low, but will the temperatures stay down for long?
Let's take a first look at your forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist David Pearson.
Good evening, Lakers. My name is David Pearson, and I'm here with a preview of your Laker weather. First thing on the agenda for tonight is the cold end to our week, as we have a frost advisory going into effect until 10 a.m. tomorrow, starting tonight. Following that, though, we will have a warm front moving in, and soon enough, that cold air will be nothing but a distant memory, much like the Jets going to the Super Bowl. And while we're on the topic of things that only happen once every 80,000 years, we have a little visitor in our southern skies in the next couple of nights, as the Atlas Comet will be visible on the western-southwestern horizon for the next few nights. Following that, we will also be discussing how we will have an unseasonably dry and sunny week coming up next week. But all that on the full forecast. Sending it back to the desk.
Thanks, David. Gun violence in New York State is at its lowest level on record. Governor Kathy Hochul announced that gun violence declined 26% this year. The data shows there were significant decreases in Syracuse, Utica, Rochester, Niagara Falls, and Long Island. This marks the fewest reported shooting incidents since New York State started tracking the data in 2006.
Phi Kappa Psi issued a statement today after hazing video surfaced from Syracuse University. The video allegedly shows a student being abused and hazed. The national organization said in a statement, quote, "The university and the fraternity have immediately suspended the chapter's operations and engagement with new members while a full investigation is being conducted. Phi Kappa Psi will work closely with university officials to identify those responsible and ensure accountability." Syracuse University Chancellor Kent Stipe issued a statement last night suspending the fraternity and denouncing actions done.
Just 3 weeks before Election Day, Democratic
Still at 10 tonight, the death of Hamas's leader by Israeli forces, how he died.
Plus, New York residents with Excelsis insurance may be walking back into well-now urgent care soon.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, I don't have much time. It's almost here. Listen closely, and whatever you do, don't panic.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Parise, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of net.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia. And I'm Donna.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNY honors. Oh, finally got that old music back. Welcome live inside the Outrigger studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Good evening, Lakers. My name is David Pearson, and I'm here with your full Laker weather report. Looking at current conditions now, it's looking like it's about 45 degrees with pressure around 1,000.7 millibars, humidity around 72%, and our dew point relatively low, 38. We got winds out of the northwest at 17 miles per hour, and you'll see why that's happening in a couple minutes. Moving on now, we're checking temperatures just around the rest of the state here. You can see Oswego's a little patch of green by the lake, still keeping us warm, which I really appreciate about it, so that won't stay for long though. Moving around here, frost advisory in effect till 10 a.m. tomorrow as temperatures dip into the 30s, okay? Not going to be very fun, but unless you're in college and have a plant for some reason, you should be pretty much okay. Just walk to school might be a bit chilly tomorrow. As you can see, tonight's forecast, clear but chilly, 38 degrees. I'm going to draw your attention here to the moon behind me here at Sheldon Hall, because that's one of our newsmakers for tonight. One of them here, we've got a big thing happening tonight. We got the Super Hunter's Moon happening. It's a huge moon. It'll be in the sky pretty much the entire night. So I recommend after this broadcast, go outside and check it out for a little bit. You know, should have some time when it's in the sky. Also, if you look to the west-southwest around sunset, we'll have another thing. The Atlas Comet will be slightly visible. It'll be a little bit faint, but you'll be able to see it. So check for that for the next few nights when it's still around. And now, clear skies, we have those for a reason. We got a high-pressure system moving in like this. We got some northwestern winds. They're going to bring some colder air and then warmer air tomorrow as the southwest. And we'll see with the temperature map here. Starting tomorrow morning, it'll be low 40s, relatively chilly. For some of us like me who are going to be up at that time, it's going to be not very fun. But you'll see around 12 o'clock noon, into the 4:30 hour, it'll be about 23-degree warm-up, about 60 degrees in Oswego. It will cool down again as the sun sets and the warm temperatures leave, and then should be pretty cool for the start of the pumpkin run for this Kick Off Friends and Family weekend. Taking a look at your long-range forecast here, it's going to be unseasonably warm starting tomorrow afternoon and then going into the rest of the week. Saturday, Friends and Family Weekend will kick off. Pretty warm, 60 degrees, a lot of sunshine. If you look for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, there's that big red, that big yellow dot in the sky from the northeast. So haven't seen that very often. We're going to see it like twice the whole time we're here this year. So take advantage of it when you still can, okay? It's going to be 60s, unseasonably warm and unseasonably dry. So take advantage because you might not get that again for the next 5 or 6 months, all right? That's all for your Laker weather report. Sending it back to the desk with the rest of the night's announcements.
Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield has resumed negotiations with WellNow Urgent Care after their contract ended in late 2023, leaving members unable to use their insurance at WellNow locations. Alongside WellNow, talks are also ongoing with Family Care Medical Group and St. Joseph's Health, where proposed rate hikes caused disputes. While minor progress was made, no final agreements were reached. St. Joseph's Health will remain in the Excelis network through the end of 2024.
The City of Syracuse Fire Department responded to a fire early this morning on Seymour Street on Syracuse's west side. Firefighters arrived to the scene around 5:30 to find the vacant 5-story apartment building in flames. The fire was fought for 6 hours before it was put out. No civilians or firefighters were injured at the scene. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Yahya Sinwar, the chief architect of the October 7th attack in Israel last year and leader of Hamas, was killed in battle on Thursday. The Israeli military say that it appears as though troops ran across Sinwar unknowingly in battle, to only discover afterwards that one of the victims of the battle was Sinwar. President Biden says he hopes Sinwar's death opens up for a political settlement between Palestine and Israel. Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris sat down for a fiery interview with Brett Baier from Fox News this week.
CNN Brian Abel has more on the interview and Trump's reaction.
Just 3 weeks before Election Day, Democratic nominee Kamala Harris sitting down for a contentious interview with Fox News. The vice president sparring with anchor Brett Baier over border security for nearly half of the 27 minutes interview.
The first bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the... Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please?
The interview hitting a climax over recent comments from Trump that his political rivals are the enemy within the U.S., though Fox did not play that portion of his comments in a clip during the Harris interview.
No, that's not what you just showed. In all fairness and respect to you,
that was the question that we asked him.
You didn't show that, and here's the bottom line. He has repeated it many times, and you and I both know that. And you and I both know that he has talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it.
Trump himself responding to the interview with a post on Truth Social, saying in part, "Congratulations to Brett Baier on a tough but very fair interview, one that clearly showed how totally incompetent Kamala is. For the good of our nation, her inferior cognitive ability must be tested at once." In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance reacted to the interview, saying that he believes something pathological is going on with the Democratic nominee.
Dolphins are inhaling microplastics according to a new study. For the first time, scientists say there are harmful particles in the breath of bottlenose dolphins off the coast of Louisiana and Florida. Microplastics are small pieces of plastic that are less than 1/5 of an inch. Previous research found that animals were eating tiny particles and they were present in marine mammal tissues.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, a fire pit company feeling the heat after a new recall on products.
And Netflix continues to stream past expectations, upping their subscribe amidst their crackdowns on password sharings.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, I don't have much time. It's almost here. Listen closely, and whatever you do, don't panic.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News.
In consumer news,
Netflix gained another 5.1 million subscribers in their third quarter, surpassing Wall Street's estimates by more than 1 million users. Shares in Netflix rose 3.5% after the earnings reported released on Thursday. This growth is expected to continue around the holiday because of the return of the show Squid Game and the arrival of WWE's Monday Night Raw. The service also is investing more into live content with the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, as well as its first NFL games.
retailers are expecting new record sales year, but at a slower pace. CNN's Karen Kaifa has more on what this means for deals this holiday season.
Retailers expect another holiday spending record, but sales will grow at a slower pace. The National Retail Federation says consumers will spend between $980 and $990 billion in November and December, with sales growth between 2.5 and 3.5%, slightly lower than last year's holiday growth of 3.9%. Catherine Cullen, Vice President of Industry and Consumer Insights for NRF, says growth is more in line with pre-pandemic numbers because consumers have other outlets for spending.
They're spending on travel, they're spending on dining out, as well as other services in their lives. And as a result, they're moderating their spending on goods. They're returning to how they used to spend on things like apparel, on home goods.
Other factors: lingering inflation fatigue, a shorter span between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, just 26 days. And NRF sees a potential impact from Hurricanes Helene and Milton. And the November presidential election also remains a wild card.
There's a lot of stressors out there, and we do see that consumers are turning to these moments of celebration to find joy, to find meaning.
Cullen says retailers expect deliberative consumers focused on value, so stores have already started sales and will roll out discounts and deals throughout the season. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Reports say consumers are struggling with higher prices and other reasons to spend their money this year.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is recalling nearly 90,000 tabletop fire pits after reports of serious burn injuries due to visible alcohol flames. The Colson branded pits pose a flame jetting hazard when refilling the container with liquid alcohol. As reports say, the burning liquid is propelled during the process, landing on skin and causing severe burns. 19 injuries have been reported because of the flame jetting.
We will now switch our attention to sports with our reporter Jacob Coleman.
He will give us a quick look at our two big games coming up this weekend.
Hello everybody, Jacob here, and we got two big soccer matchups to look forward to this weekend on both the men's and the women's side. For the men coming back home off their road trip to Potsdam, they look to keep the great season rolling versus SUNY Plattsburgh this Saturday. And for the women, they will also take on Plattsburgh, but reverse the role with the men, and they will go on the road for this one. If you would like to watch the women's game, you could head to youtube.com/WTOP-10 TV to check out our broadcast of the game. And obviously, if you can, make it and pop out to the men's game to show your support. The men's game starts at noon and the women's at 1. That's all for me, but stick around after the break. Our guy Jason will give you a look into the MLB playoffs and the WNBA playoffs.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and become briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
no.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30? Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a closer for that one. Matthew,
look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hello, I am Jason Rude here with your latest on local and pro Thursday night sports update. Turning to Laker sports, men's soccer tied with the Potsdam Bears 1-1 yesterday. Sophomore Tyjae Ellis scored first with the assist of Ethan Carrera, but the Bears quickly answered with a goal off of a throw-in. Both teams fought hard in the second half, each with 4 shots on goal. The game ended in a tie after Ellis received a yellow card, but the Bears could not capitalize. The Lakers now hold 6th in the SUNY rankings with their second conference tie of the season. They host Plattsburgh this Saturday at noon for their senior game. Some new faces will be joining the men's hockey season this season, with the Lakers adding a massive 19 student athletes to the roster. With 13 seniors graduating last year, new talent from Ontario to Illinois will bring their playmaking skills to the Oswego ice. 9 returning players from last year's squad will join them. Head coach Ed Gosick enters his 21st season, aiming for another successful run. The Lakers' first exhibition game is this Saturday against King's College at home. Puck drops at 7 p.m. Shifting to pro sports news in football, following a blockbuster trade made by the Las Vegas Raiders to the New York Jets, wide receiver Davante Adams is set to make his highly anticipated debut at MetLife Stadium this Sunday night against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Adams, who had been out of the Raiders' last 3 games due to a hamstring injury, is now back to full health and ready to hit the field. This will mark the first time Adams plays alongside quarterback Aaron Rodgers since 2022. When he departed from the Green Bay Packers. During their 8 seasons together, the duo combined for an impressive 622 receptions, 7,590 yards, 69 touchdowns in the regular season. Kickoff starts at 8:30 p.m. live on NBC. In the MLB playoff, both championship series continue tonight as currently, or I should say before, the Yankees were in Game 3 against the Cleveland Guardians. Now, it went all the way to a grueling 10 innings where the Guardians were able to win 7-5, getting their first win of the series with a David Fry home run. However, the next game, which will be Game 4, the Yankees are only 2 wins away from having their 41st appearance in the World Series. Also currently going on is Game 4 of the NLCS series as the New York Mets host the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers currently lead the series by 2-1, and the Mets are out with their star first baseman, Freddie Freeman, who is out with an ankle injury. Both wins by the Dodgers have been blowouts against the Mets, and the score is currently bottom of the third, 3-2. Now shifting over to WNBA news as we had the New York Liberty against the Minnesota Lynx, and currently right here we get 2 back-to-back threes by Kayla McBride for a 2-5 lead in the first. Now if you see Kolar would lead the Lynx with 22 points and 9 rebounds. However, vet Brianna Stewart led the Liberty with 30 points and 11 rebounds, being the first in WNBA history with multiple finals appearances with 30 points and 10 rebounds. Now,
Thanks, Jason. We'll be right back after the break.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30? Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close-up of that one.
Matthew,
Broadcast news.
look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Up by Crowan, not able to get all that. DeCarlo on the rebound. Alex DeCarlo.
La 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 la. Free. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
That's our report. Good night, everybody.